This one for WWE champions. Pay to win like every day, yeah.
I don't play mobile games.
Funny how they still think I'm a broke man.
Then I'm broke.
Even though I be pulling Hogan's. I spent like 40 grand on a couple thousand pictures of some sweaty men.
I received a $5 tip. Thank you. Who is this? So this person says, to clarify, restreamers pull numbers and are active watching everything you're live. And I've seen them gift subs, gift money to the host and so on. Many just chill and actually respond to your opinions on games and events. Most are negative assholes. Some seem to enjoy the community. You enable them to have that because they're piggybacking on you. So as social beings, it's reasonable, in my opinion, to direct their attention every now and then the reality that you enable them to community they so desire and enjoy off of the mother channel. Of course. Here's the thing, though, all right? So thanks for the $5 tip. I appreciate that. You're right. And what you're saying is very reasonable, okay? And very smart, actually, and intelligent. Like, if you're watching someone make fun of someone, even if you don't like the person, understand that that person must be supported, because if they're not, they will not continue to make the content that you like to make fun of. So you should every once in a while support it regardless, right? So there you go. But the thing is, what you're saying is intelligent. And I hate to say it, a lot of people who watch something just to crap on it are not intelligent people. Intelligent people are people who have lives, have constructive, positive things going on for themselves and, you know, families, relationships, jobs and careers, hobbies. They don't have time to just sit around and dump on people 24/7. The people who have time to do that are miserable wretches. That's the truth, is that this entire online culture of people who hate watch, the reason they hate watch is because they don't have a good life for themselves. If they did, they wouldn't have to spend time hating on others' lives. So they really don't have that rational level of thought in their heads to say, oh yeah, well, it's common sense to think, I like making fun of Phil. Phil needs support to stay in business. Let me support his business so we can make fun of him more.
That is without a doubt the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You are a fucking idiot.
Right? Here's a perfect example. For years, there was this silly meme about me doing push-ups, okay? 2 weeks ago on Smart Guys, PPP and I set this up that I was going to do push-ups, but people needed to support it. You've wanted to see me do push-ups and make fun of me doing push-ups for how many years? Okay? Here's the truth. For me, it's no big deal. I don't care. I don't care if I can get on this floor and do 20 push-ups or not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even factor into me or my life. If I can do them, great. If I can't, it doesn't matter. I can still do my work. I can still have a fun life. I don't care if I can do push-ups. Only my detractors care. So we said, hey, let's hit our goal for today and Phil will do the push-ups. Guess what didn't happen? We didn't get any contributions at all for it. Now that's the content they claim they want, right? They've claimed for how many years we want the push-ups because we want to make fun of Phil doing push-ups. But then when it's time to put the money where the mouth is, 0 is received.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class.
So this is the point. It's not that these people, these hate watchers, right? The reason that they hate watch is to feel better about themselves because they're miserable wretches and embarrassments to humanity. That's not me actually like insulting them. That's me being truthful. People don't watch people to make fun of them unless they have something bad going on in their own life they need to feel better about. People who are busy with positive things don't have time to dump on others 24/7. So in that regard, that's why they're not going to pay to see what they want, because then if you pay, you feel like, oh no, well, I just improved the life of the person who I'm trying to bring down. You kind of see what I'm saying here? Like, they need to degrade someone to feel better about themselves. So if they supported that person, they would feel like they're improving the person they're trying to degrade. At least that's my take, right? Maybe I'm wrong. But the funny part is some people actually do come by after some time and be like, you know, Phil, out of all that hate watching and all the crap, I'm sorry for it. And I just want to let you know, I'm moving forward positively. Either I'm not going to watch you at all anymore, or I've actually started watching you positively on your own raw content and I've become a fan. I'm not watching the regurgitation, the restreamer, the hater. I'm actually coming by and becoming a viewer of yours now that's going to hang out and support you. That's happened. I get those kind of messages quite frequently. I'd say probably a couple times a month.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop your fucking lying.
I'll get someone who reaches out to me via private means and says, just so you know, I used to be one of these really dedicated haters, but now I've seen the error of my ways. I think that it's stupid, and I'm going to move forward, positively. Well, right. Cracker Jack says kind of like a bully in school. Exactly. Remember I told you the story? When I was in high school, I was bullied by this guy, all right? And then years later, I think I was either in my late years of going to university, whatever. I was in my early 20s. The guy actually reached out to me online and personally apologized to me for being a bully in high school. And I was like, just so you know, I appreciate it, but you didn't have to because I don't really care. It didn't really bother me. You know what I mean? But that was nice. But that's what I mean. These people are essentially anonymous bullies. And the reason they do it is because they need to feel better about themselves because they're miserable wretches. So in a way, you got to feel bad for those people because imagine if your whole life was just dumping on someone. That's all you did all day. What constructive things? That's your life you're wasting. Do you understand that? You're literally wasting your entire life away. And one day you're going to die. And you're going to say, oh shit, I spent years of my life sitting around with a community of nut jobs, dumping on someone on the internet when I could have done things for myself that would have improved my own life situation. Instead of living in a shitty small place in squalor, I could have went out and I could have got a job. I could have worked my ass off. I could have had a relationship with a significant other. I could have made amends with my friends and family members and went out and had a good time. But instead, I was at home watching other people make fun of Darkside Phil. Who's the real loser in this situation? The guy who's living large, having a great life, enjoying his content, enjoying his time with his viewers, and making bank doing it, and just, having positivity and fun, or the person who's on the other end of it, who all you can do is try to bring me down and fail every single day. And then your life is going to be the one that's squandered, not mine. I'm enjoying my life. Every day that I'm on this stream, I'm having a great time. Obviously not you. So, again, it's all about kind of like self-awareness. People who are self-aware, you get to that certain age or that certain level of maturity in your life, and you realize some certain things, right? You know what it really is? If you get to a certain age, here's the truth. All right, here's some real talk from Phil Burnell, not Darkside Phil, but here's some real talk from Phil Burnell right now. At one point in your life, you're going to get old enough where people around you, sadly, are going to start to get sick and pass away. It happened to me probably around the early 2010s when some of my family members started to get ill with cancer and things like that and pass away. And when that happened, all of a sudden, reality smacked me right in the face. I'm not invincible. I'm not immortal. I'm going to get older. I'm going to die. I have limited time on this planet, and I need to start making the best of it instead of just saying, fuck it all, it's all meaningless, and squandering it all. And when that happened, things changed for me. I started to realize it's time to stop being a negative, toxic jerk and instead trying to spread positivity amongst the people who I have interactions with. I changed my attitude in the Street Fighter community and started becoming a positive tournament organizer. I stopped being a toxic jerk who crapped on every piece of gameplay I ever did, but instead wanted to make positive, fun, interactive streams with my viewing audience. And this happens as you get older. But I feel like there are some people who never get that moment of self-awareness and awakening where they feel the human condition for the first time. Some people never get it because they're living in this isolated bubble where they actually think that they're fucking a special snowflake, and you know what I mean? Oh, I'm never going to die. Nothing's ever going to happen. I could sit here for endless hours. Help of all the people around me. Instead, what I did is I just brought people down. I hated on people. I crapped on people. I think there was a blip in my internet. I should be okay. I'll wait a second. People are saying it's buffering. I should be back. It looked like there was a tiny blip in my internet. It went zoop and came right back. Are we back now? Okay, good. We're back. Yeah, I don't know. It just went zoop and right back. My internet went like red, green, just like that. So anyway, so yeah, that's it. Anyway, I think, so yeah, that's it. And I think you need to reach that level. I think what happens is it'll happen to everyone. Like everyone's going to get to that point in their life. For me, it was about, well, the first realization I had was in my late 20s, all right, when I realized that when I stopped trolling in the Street Fighter community and instead tried to do positive things like run tournaments and stuff, that I was feeling much better about myself and everyone liked me, as opposed to previous to then, everyone hated my guts and wanted to beat my ass. And I was like, oh yeah, in conversation, rather than it just being about me making content and talking about games, it became about us having a social experience. And when we started doing that, I had this big realization that instead of just being a negative jerk all day, every day, I wanted to spread positivity and I wanted to make an impact on people that mattered. And so I changed my content for the better. I changed my commentary. I changed my style of playing games, right? Everything changed. Take a look. When I became a full-time streamer in 2017, how different my content became moving forward after that, since compared to before that. And, you know, a lot of people will say, well, everything before that was the golden era. I get that. That was my formative years when I was at my biggest popularity. But I like who I am and what I do today way more than what I did back then. And I would never want to go back to that, all right? So I feel like these people who hate watch, right now, they're at a time in their lives when they're miserable. They're probably younger. They probably don't understand that what they're doing is harmful, not only to me and my community, but harmful to their own selves, right? They're actually wasting their own time on this planet when they could be doing positive, fun things. They could be part of a positive community where everyone hangs out and supports each other and they actually contribute to the streams. And then I'm able to upgrade my setup and do more stuff and buy more games and do new things. As opposed to I sit on someone else's stream who illegally steals his content and is actively trying to take away views and money. Guys, listen to me. If there was no illegal restreaming, I would have over 1,000 viewers on my stream right now. You know that, right? Every stream, Kick would probably have hundreds. YouTube would have thousands. And think, if I had that level of views and support, instead of that level of people who just clowned on me all day, what we could do. We could have reach. We could actually have impact. We could have videos that people cared about and people would listen to. You know, it would be a very different thing. And I used to have that power until the internet turned me into a negative meme for a decade. And it's sad that these people can't bust out of that trap, that prison, that mold that they're stuck in, to realize that if they just looked big picture and understood the human condition, they would realize what a waste they are to this planet. Because none of them sitting there doing that are helping anyone. They could be helping themselves and others, but instead it's just waste, waste, waste. It's sad. And again, I've been there. I've absolutely positively been there. So anyway, yeah, it's, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, you know, it's funny because you take a look at like a show like Smart Guys, right? Where we are actively trying to do fun segments and fun things with the content that people would want to see. But you notice that there's no support for it because these people are so ingrained and brainwashed to think I have to watch this content on an illegal restreamer and not support Phil, even though supporting Phil would actually keep the content coming that they want. They don't get that.
Just when I think you've said the stupidest thing ever, you keep talking.
Because they've been brainwashed because people manipulate them. People like these restreamers literally are manipulating their audiences on a daily basis to be a cult-like mentality of hate towards me so that their gravy train keeps coming in. You notice they're all monetized. You notice they all accept contributions. They're not doing it because they feel like this is a true crusade or good thing that they're doing. They're doing it for the money. That's why, you know what I mean? That's it. They're just fucking grifters. They're a bunch of schlubs. And one day the gravy train's gonna end. Whether it's via the law, whether it's via YouTube rules changing, whatever it's gonna be, it ain't gonna last forever. But they're gonna grift until then. So it's really sad that there are thousands of people out there that could be potential positive people in this community, but instead they're just sitting there in a cult that literally helps no one but the grifters.
You got some idiot named DSP who's a total piece of shit, by the way. I like to get that on YouTube, but